Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. We are here for the Classic Quarter League 2 finals between Duranoth and Tommytopdecker. And you're joined here by Montolio and Cronin. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. How are you? I am doing well.
Good. That was a wonderfully delayed response.
Yeah, the recording software was going a little nuts there. But here we are with Clan Magic Eternal member Duranoth and playing against Tommytopdecker's Mono Blue Control, so we might be a little biased, but we wish them both the best of luck.
As we say on the podcast, we're never biased.
I think I wish them both bad luck. I just wanted it to be even.
So we talked about this in quite great depth on the podcast, and we all unanimously took Duranoth to take this match down, and we largely attribute this to the aggro always being better than the control in most situations, and cards like Cavern of Souls being really big. So yeah, Duranoth has quite a peculiar start here where he leads out with a Bajuka Bog.
Yeah, very slow start.
Yeah, a little bit, it's never a good sign. And Tommy plays a Strip Mine, likely reading into that Duranoth's a little weak on land playing that.
Yeah.
Which looks like a pretty good play on the face here.
There's the card we talked about in great length on the podcast.
Definitely.
Cavern of
Runes is a
Souls.
pretty good card to play. Mother Runes is going to give him protection from, I think the one card that can really hurt Duranoth is Sour of Temptation, and that will give him protection.
At this rate, he'll never be up to 4 mana to even play a Sower.
Yeah, last one. Yeah, got hit with a Strip Mine there, which is pretty good, but you're seeing a flipped Delver, which could be slightly problematic.
But he did reveal Steel Sabotage, so
Yes, Steel Sabotage.
that's not very useful.
No, well, it can hit cards like GT and Batterskull.
Yeah, but I mean, it's basically dead.
And ooh, there's a scary card that cannot be countered. And Duranoth decided to attack with Mother Runes. So I definitely think Dark Confidant is a really big card in this match.
Yeah, it's going to draw him into the gas that he needs, and now that his Cavern is just sitting there online, he can cast any of these humans he's drawing.
Now, having said that, he's burning through his life pretty quick here, getting hit with a Delver.
Yeah.
So he's going to have to do something pretty quick. But
Drawing the second Dark Confidant probably isn't ideal at this point. I don't think he could live long enough.
Looks like he's tracking a land here for Savannah, so I smell a Knight of the Reliquary here. Yeah.
It's already a 6/6.
Equally not good for Tommytopdecker because Duranoth is going to shore this up relatively quickly. That's a good one.
Second Delver, though, is, with that Dark Confidant out there, reveals a second Knight, so
That's really, really bad for Duranoth right now. He's going to have to get rid of his Dark Confidant here. I mean, he's not going to take any hits from the Delver, unless the other one flips, because he can go and get himself a Maze of Ith.
Yep.
However, he's going to have to do something about that Dark Confidant quickly, otherwise he can play that. Or the other Delver if it flips. Not looking good here. Tommy's.
If there's a blind flip out of Tommy, I don't see how Duranoth can win very easily.
Yeah, well, he just dropped an Ulenbelt Tracker, which is really, really good for Duranoth right now. If he can survive this next flip, he's in pretty good shape, I think.
I don't think I mentioned to you yet. They're not done yet, but I just switched I took out all the new frames
Yeah, the tracker looks great.
The, the only problem is new cards. I didn't realize the text was in black rather than white,
Yeah,
and so it doesn't show up perfectly, but worth it.
agreed. So I think this is a pretty big flip for Tommy here. If he hits this, I would actually favor him to take down the match, or the game, excuse me. And he didn't hit.
Now, if Duranoth can get rid of his Dark Confidant here, I would actually expect that he should win with that Uvenwald tracker.
Yeah, well, he's going to kill his own Dark Confidant. He's going to kill it with the other Delver. Would be my guess.
Yeah,
He's got nothing to worry about from Tommytopdecker here from a land standpoint, so.
He still has to get one draw off it then. Oh, he used an Abrupt Decay.
That's a good way to do it, too.
Voids that completely.
Yeah, Duranoth has got this well under control right now. There's just nothing that Tommy can do. He has no land.
Yeah.
And he's about to get beat down and facing an active Uhlenveld tracker.
We know it's scary and limited, but I guess it's also scary and constructed.
Oh, I can't tell you how many times I lost to that Uhlenveld tracker all on its own. And limited. Oh my goodness. I used to cringe when I see it. Yeah, Tommy's cooked here.
Yeah, I don't know what he could. He doesn't have enough land. Any of the spells that I can think of that get him out of this are 3-4 mana.
We know he can't remove the Knight or the Uhlenveld tracker here.
Yep.
There's nothing he can do about them, so the Knight is definitely the biggest creature by a mile on the table. That tracker's just going to eat every creature he plays. Plain and simple.
And he basically has to have two effects in the same turn because he has to get past that Mother of Runes.
Exactly. Mother of Runes is a pretty underrated card. It's not something we see in Classic too much. It's very, very good, though, in creature matchups. Against any type of removal. And here he goes in.
Yep.
It's a pretty big beat.
Oh, he untapped his own guy with the maze.
I wonder about that, actually. Because what if this Delver flips?
Yeah, he doesn't have another utility land to... He already used his strip mine too, so...
I guess, I mean, all in all, it's really not that big of a deal. Because it would only put up to one life, and there's nothing that Tommy can do to plug him for an additional damage, to my knowledge, in his deck.
Yeah, it just seems...
I agree.
unnecessary.
And there you have it, folks. Game 1 goes to Duranoth.
Be back for game 2.
And here we are in game 2, and Tommytopdecker is on the play.
Yeah, I think that's pretty important for him to have up things like Spell Snare and stuff like that ahead of time.
Absolutely. Although, once again, Cavern Souls will stop that dead cold. So a turn 1 Delver here from Tommy, which is a good start. Duranoth comes out with a Forest into a Noble Hierarch. And Tommy's obviously thinking about countering this.
Yeah, probably has a misstep.
Yeah, that's a pretty good counter.
Yeah, I think you have to. I mean,
Knock down.
there's not that many targets to misstep. I think holding off the acceleration is a pretty valuable thing for him.
He's got Deathrite Shaman, he's got Swords to Plowshares, Noble Hierarchs. Those are the big ones, I think.
Well, Delver flipped with a Force of Will, so.
He's got Ulenveld Tracker, he's got a couple one-offs. Deathrite Shaman's pretty good.
Yep, he's a good man.
Particularly against a deck like Tommy's, where Tommy's deck is largely based on spells. So Duranoth is going to be able to deal some damage, at least to Tommy, that way. And gain some life back.
He does not really have time for that sort of thing at the moment.
No, you're right.
Now it looks like he might be land short again. He's played that Wasteland.
Well, he's holding 3 lands.
What?
So Deathrite Shaman can hit Tommy's sack land, correct?
Yeah.
But yes, the Delver is definitely doing some ground pounding here, really laying a beating.
And now Tommy's only 1 mana off of
So,
his Sowers and his Jaces.
yeah. And this card is getting, this Knight of the Reliquary is getting countered for sure, and if it doesn't, that means he has a sour. And I think it's necessary for Tommy to let this resolve, but even if it does.
I think even Jace to bounce the Deathrite Shaman would be pretty close to the kiss of death here.
Yeah. Looks like Tommy's got this pretty well in control right now. And he's Force of Willed it. Pitching a Jace. Wow. That's an expensive counter spell.
Yeah, probably worth it though.
Agreed.
That darn Knight. It is pretty good.
So Tommy might get stuck at 3 lands. Oh, okay, there's the 4. Is this another Jace? Yeah. That's a nice card for Tommy.
I guess there's, well, Duranoth's got Wasteland, so he can get lands into the graveyard. I might have considered bouncing that Deathrite Shaman.
Or even putting Duranoth's top card on the bottom of his library, possibly. Duranoth's not doing too much over there.
But I guess that's the thing about Jace. All the options are good.
Straight. Best Planeswalker ever made.
So it's not really the board position Duranoth wanted.
No. Couldn't agree with you more. Not looking like the beatdown here.
No, this type of board position favors Tommy's deck a lot more, just to have the 1 creature versus 1 creature, and
especially when Tommy's is better.
yeah, and he's got a Jace.
What is Duranoth going to play here? Ulenveld's not going to do it.
Especially not with Jace out there.
No. He's going to 8 here unless he can put a dent in that Delver's. He's giving himself some fuel for his Deathrite Shaman. Is it more confident here? Yeah.
That looks like a good one for Jace to bounce.
Yeah. It's high risk for Duranoth at this stage. But it will kill his Delver if he doesn't end up bouncing it. It just uses a Melt Tracker on his Dark Confidant Delver.
Big problem for Duranoth is he had to exile a land just to get a black mana for playing that out.
Most ideal because he's burning his own Knight of the Reliquary resources.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't take the land from Tommy's graveyard.
I don't think it's too big of a deal at this stage. I'm sure he's going to be going for that at some point.
Yeah.
But yes, I would have taken from Tommy's my deck first. It's graveyard. So obviously lots of thought going in on both sides here as they're taking quite a bit of time to make plays. Get a brainstorm here from Tommy. He's obviously drawn something good because he's thinking quite hard about it.
Boy. This is a Steve Menendian brainstorm.
Nice borders.
Well, he's just notorious for taking a long time with brainstorms.
Nice. Unfamiliar with that. His decision making must be good in the end because he does quite well.
Oh yeah.
So we've got a hit with a Delver, putting Duranoth at 8, and as we prognosticated, Jace did bounce the Dark Confidant there. And a Ratchet Bomb. Ooh, that's pretty nasty.
Yeah.
Set that at 1.
Delver's already flipped, so it's not going to hit that.
Have you ever used Ratchet Bomb and tried to put a marker on it and actually blow it up by accident?
No.
Yeah, I've done that. Not fun.
Have you ever played with a brown ratchet bomb?
I have not. Looks better. I like all my artifacts brown more than the silver.
Yep. I agree.
That's for sure. So Duranoth is thinking for all his life, does he have any way out of this? And the
answer is no.
I beg your pardon?
The answer is no.
No.
There's no
Well,
way
I
out
guess
of
he
this.
could get a... I mean, yeah, it's not good anyway. I was envisioning he could probably get himself a Quasali Pride Mage on board, kill the Ratchet Bomb. At least he'd have Zulanveld and Deathrite in hopes that the following turn that he can get a creature big enough to crack as Zulanveld and kill the Delver. But with Jace active on the board, that's almost completely futile.
Not to mention he'd be exiling the last land in a graveyard, so...
Yes. So... lots on the line here. The winner of this match is going to be the champion of the Classic Quarters 2 Invitational. So they're thinking long and hard about what their best line of action is going to be.
I think the winner ends up with 6 packs of each of the Urza sets for this one, as well as some tickets and some cool foils.
Yeah. I think the winner gets 30 tickets, an invitation to the Invitational, and they get to choose one card from prize pool A and one card from prize pool B, and they get, as you say, 6 of each of the Urza's Pet boosters. It's pretty good.
Yep, it's a pretty big prize. So foils up for grabs are stuff like promo foil Brainstorm, promo foil Ponder.
Yeah.
I think there's some Noble Hierarchs, which have skyrocketed.
Oh, have they?
Yeah.
What are Noble Hires going for?
I think they're up to like 28 tickets.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy catfish.
Yeah, I was shocked.
Okay. I got foil playset, I know that. But,
yeah, I think I paid like 5 for each.
Yeah, I don't have any extras, I just got the playset. That's too bad.
And then there's, in the second prize pool, there's like foil Flash, foil Enlightened Tutor maybe?
Both good cards. So Tommy ratchets his bomb up 1, and I suspect he's going to crack it right here.
Yeah. No sense waiting, I don't think.
No. Well, by him hitting that Deathrite Shaman takes any ability of him getting an extra land. And I don't actually think there is a land in any graveyard right now.
Yeah, it's not good.
So there goes Duranoth's board. He's at 5 life. And
Gets a white source.
yeah, you'd have to try and get like a knight. That's pretty darn good, but Mr. Jace probably is going to get him. Or mana drain.
Yeah, that'll do that.
On to game 3.
So Duranoth back on the play here.
It's going to be a tough game, this one. This is for all the marbles. Does Duranoth have a Cavern of Souls?
He needs a little more of a flurry of creatures in this game.
Well, this is pretty big with Duranoth having a Cavern of Souls on the opening play to get a Noble Hierarch on the table. It's very, very good.
Yes.
And if we see a Knight of the Reliquary on turn 2,
Could be it.
yes, I would venture to say that Tommy's going to be in some trouble.
Well, that's a good start for Tommy.
Definitely. Wasteland on a Cavern.
Turn his counter magic back on.
Question is, does Duranoth have a second Cavern of Souls in hand? Old Bajooka Bog. There is. Will she land? I say she does.
All right.
Elder.
Other runes will provide anti-Sora Temptation protection.
Yeah. But he's Attacking in with her.
Yeah, Duranoth has to be aware that Tommy's got Ancient Tombs in his deck, so he can drop one on turn 3 if he needs to, or turn, I guess, 4 in this case.
Yeah, that or he gets to use the mana drain on something.
Yep, that's true too.
So lots of little 1/1s on the table. Duranoth better hope he doesn't fall into another Ratchet Bomb. Beg your pardon.
You know, when I was playing that Back to Basics deck for a while, I always found when I had to turn 1 Wasteland something, I felt mana short the whole game.
Yeah, well, that deck was always starving for land.
You feel like when you're mono-colored, you should have good mana, but blue is just color hungry.
It is, I agree.
Mana drains and Jaces and Sowers and
I absolutely agree with you.
so not a fast clock right now.
Yeah. That's a pretty good one. Well, not land. Scavenging Ooze.
Mana drain into Jace.
No, very, very bad.
Ooh, Spell Snare.
Dark Confident. I don't see the dark demonic tutor moment either.
Looks like it's gonna. It shouldn't. It's a very ugly version.
You are right. I couldn't agree with you more. That is one ugly card.
It's a Wild Dog special right there.
Yeah.
I was playing with him a bunch in the TP room one day, and I considered just giving him a demonic tutor just so I could.
You didn't have to look at it anymore.
Could be done with that forever.
Yeah. We were talking about it on the podcast the other night about changing the Power 9, the art on it.
Yep.
How it shifts the nostalgia. And I had mentioned Sol Ring when they made the alternative art for that. Demonic Tutors is the exact same example. You just don't change that with the art on iconic cards like that. That and the art, of course, is really bad on that Demonic Tutor.
Yeah, it is. And now there's another one. The Mox promo. Which at least has a collectability value, I guess.
Yeah, if you're into that.
Yep.
So we are seeing a beatdown of the minis here. Duranoth is hitting for 2 a turn, which is not insignificant.
Question is, what did he DT for? I assume it wasn't a Noble Hierarch.
Maybe a Cavern of Souls.
Well, he would have just used it, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Because that Noble Hierarch would have been good there. I just don't think you generally demonic tutor for one.
It's just highly unlikely that Duranoth's actually going to land something on the table here.
Yeah, 6 cards in hand for Tommy.
That's a very good one. Targeting himself, I'm sure, for a land.
Yep, I'm sure he's got some useless.
Or something.
Maybe see something like a spell pierce or something. Snapcaster Mage. Question is, what does he have in hand that Snapcaster's his worst card?
I'm sure a mint full of goodness. We're going to see a Knight of the Reliquary here. Are we going to see a Stoneforge? Ooh.
Talia.
Yeah, I was going to say that one's got to get Force of Will. Duranoth's got 3 mana up here, though. So, can he actually cast something here again? Yes. Knight of the Reliquary? Yep. Oh, Pride Mage.
Quasali Pride Mage. That'll be a good beater.
He's slinging in as a 4/4.
Alright guys, so at this point, I guess Tommytopdecker lagged out. And so Duranoth actually he had the better board position, and Tommy just decided to concede at this point and not ask for replaying the game in any way. So kudos to him for being graceful in that way, and Duranoth is the winner for QT Season 2.
Yeah, just congratulations to both these guys. I think it's excellent to be in that position, and yeah, heartfelt congratulations to Duranoth for winning the tournament.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident Duranoth could have pulled that one out. He was in a good position, but good sportsmanship out of Tommy as well.
Yeah, I didn't see what Tommy was going to get out of that. I agree, but yeah, until next time, guys, we'll see you.